guys, welcome back to my channel. Chi here. So out of my 324 subscribers currently, nobody asked, but I am still going to tell you. I am doing the get to know me tag where I am just going to let you know the basics about myself so that you can just have a better idea of who it is you're watching if you're interested. So let's start. I randomly just checked online for get to know me tag videos and I found one that was kind of relatable. So from youtubefluence.com. I would also mix this with like normal questions maybe people have asked me before or just stuff like that. So first of all, what are your names? My names are Chinyere, Linda, plus my surname. So Chinyere, Chi is short for Chinyere, which is the name of my channel. How old are you? I am in my early 30s. Where are you based? I am based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. So some questions from the website say, what time do you go to bed? Very random question, but I don't have a particular time I go to bed. I am always editing, especially on my phone. If you don't know, I have another YouTube channel, Chi Diaries, which Chi Hair Diaries, which is I am a stylist. I am a hairstylist and I film hairstyle tutorials. So I was doing that for over a year. Like I was making YouTube videos on that for over a year before I started this channel. So that channel is older and bigger than my Sweet Chi Uncut, but I'm always editing at home every time. You would hardly ever see me idle doing nothing. Wherever I am and I have my phone with me, I'm always editing. So when I come back, I'm always trying to meet up my schedule, so I will just balance and start editing and sleep off from there and wake up. So sometimes I sleep from 8 o'clock, some other days 10, some other days 11, some other days 2, so like 2 a.m. so I don't have any time. Who is your celebrity crush? My celebrity crush is Jason. I like tall men, I like big men, and I like his personality. How would you rate your childhood on a scale of 1 to 10? On a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate my childhood maybe 20. Let me just see why. So guys, okay, I've told you already I am based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I am from Enugu State, Nsukka in Enugu State. Some of you can tell like from my random videos, right? I have Nsukka vlogs, a lot of them. When I travel to the village, I brought some people along, you saw that. So I grew up in Jos Plateau State. That is where I have my memories of my childhood. And I played, my childhood was the best. Like, see, I just rate childhood by how much fun it was. So, considering the fun of my childhood, it was like 20/10 because it was crazy. Growing up in the north when things were okay, as I said, I'm in my early 30s, so you can know like the early 1990s. That's when I was growing up there, right? So, let me list some of the games that we played so that if you can relate, you will understand. Okay, we had, oh Jesus, we had tire. I'm not listening to a competition. We had riding tires where you would like line up and compete who can run around a designated space. The more circles you can go, the winner, like you become the winner. So first to reach 10 and the least person is out and you keep competing with all your might. We had like normal car tires. We had when you would like go into the tires and be rolled around. There was no kind of rough play that we did not play. It is by the grace of God that we did not die, because the kind of things that we used to do, and then there was gere gere, and then there was baram when it's time for baram, guys, when it's time for baram, we make the baram from Dunlop slippers, right? We would use picnic can, the small normal picnic can, put it in fire. When it's very hot, you use a rag to hold it, place it on Dunlop slippers, obviously mostly the ones that are not being used, but kids, they were just evil, so anyone that you can take without getting in trouble, you get that. So we would use the cup and put it on the Dunlop, it would and get like a perfectly round shape, put it again, get a perfectly round shape. Then we'll use metal wire to attach several of those round Dunlops together, and then that thing can bounce, and then you keep it on the ground. Everybody have a baram stick. Growing up in the north was fun. Growing up in Jos was fun. So we would have like a center line, just like tennis. It's like tennis. Funny enough, that thing is like, no, not tennis. Yes, tennis, but not with a racket, instead with a stick. Hey, come and see. Is that not more difficult to play than when you play with a stick? With a racket. A racket is easier to hit because a racket you have flat surface, but this one we use a stick, just a thin stick. And you're supposed to aim and get that thing. You hit it over to your opponent, they hit it back. Whoever crosses that line, if it drops in your line, if the baram stops rolling in your side, then you've lost. That was one game. Another game, hunting lizard. Children can be mean, I've said this before, but we would hunt lizards catch them. Sometimes we use traps, like different traps with thread, with ropes, both sack rope, normal rope, every type of rope. And then when we catch it, we would be injecting it with water until it's bloated and bloated and the eyes are red. Children, I mean, don't judge me. And then we had just wandering around in Rafi. If you don't know what Rafi is like a very big gully. I think it's caused by erosion, but over the years, it's just like nature's gutter, like a gutter created by nature. So, and it's really, really huge. It's like the size of 3 lanes of traffic, like 3 car lanes or 4, right? And it's like a big gully. You can find your way to like descend or ascend, but there are no like clear paths. Anyway, this was in the north, this was in Jos, so we had like rocky, the topography was not just sandy, like you would meet rock in between, which will help you to be descending from those kind of cliffs. But if you fall from that kind of height, if you don't break your leg, na God will help you. But still, kids, like, and I used to be a child that was very scared, right? I can fear for Africa, so I would be so scared. I feel like, God, why did I? But I will still go there with my friends. I feel like I promise you, if I don't fall, I won't come here again. And then when they're like, come on, let's go now, let's go, or you're watching from the side and everybody's having fun, then you will then attempt it. Another thing is jumping from heights. I don't understand children. Now, if I should see a child doing the kind of things I did when I was young, I would just say that child is possessed, because we'll be jumping from different heights, just challenging ourselves. You will jump from a stair, jump from stairs, jump from 1-story building, jump from like, I've never seen anybody go beyond like 1-story building. That was the height for the legends then, but that was just stupid, childishly not wise. So just let's move on from my childhood, because if I start, that's a whole video. What are your favorite values in friends? Values in friends. Let's see, I don't expect too much. I tend to like recognize people's shortcomings, because I feel like if you expect too much from me, right, I'm still going to put myself first, and it will be so unfortunate for you if I disappoint you, because out of the love I have for myself, I will put myself first, and I expect everybody to still put themselves first. So I always consider people to be, I can compromise for a friend, right? But I expect you to, I like people that love themselves. So I don't expect like, I don't have expectations where you have to compromise on the love for yourself every time, that kind of thing. So the values I find in friends, like just people that I can be vulnerable with, or people that I can just be vulnerable with. Someone that I can be vulnerable with is something I find like a value I value. Somebody I can be vulnerable with and who can be vulnerable around me, that's like a value I like. You can just be yourself and just be yourself and accept that this life is hard. I appreciate that kind of friendship when people just tell you, see how it is, and you see their struggles, you can relate, you see their strength. I just like people that can be themselves. That's a value. Yes, people that can be themselves. That's a value. Okay, the same favorite values. That's a value. I like people that are loyal. Yeah, loyalty and self-love. I told you I like people that love themselves. What is your spirit animal and why? See question. I'm obsessed with watching Nadio Wide, right? And considering how much animals I see, I think my spirit animal would be a wild cat. Maybe like a, which of them has more stealth? Like a lioness or a cheetah mom or a tiger. Like yeah, I can relate with them in terms of being patient, like really looking and observing and being careful before I take a move, and just they're always like lazy and majestic when they don't need to be in action. I am very slow and lazy and so relaxed when I don't need to be in action, but when it's time to step up, I step up in a crazy way. So just like that, I can relate with them very well, and they are usually very gentle and can be misunderstood to be a pet, but when they lash out, it's usually not nice. That's just, I can relate to that kind of big cat, so I would think that to be my spirit animal. You're wearing perfume. What scent is it? What scent is it? What scent is it? This is what I wore today. It's Club de Nuit Intense. Why am I living near airport though? Forget this helicopter. This is Club de Nuit Intense by, wait, let me wipe off all these fingerprints. Club de Nuit Intense. Plenty fingerprints. Club de Nuit Intense by Amaf, and it's a dupe for a designer perfume, an Arabic version, very lovely. I smell really, really sweet. So, and guys, I have this thing. Maybe I will make a video of things YouTube make me buy, because I'm obsessed with watching YouTube videos, right? And I sell things as an entrepreneur. I like to get the best bargain for my money. So there was a time I was obsessed with, I like perfumes, but I cannot afford designer perfume. So of course I went to YouTube and I was watching videos of designer dupes perfume, and that's how I became introduced to some Arabian perfumes that are like dupes of designer perfumes, and most of them are really good. I watch like up to 20 reviews before I buy each of these perfumes. Let me just show you guys briefly. The ones I wear the most for now, I have them here, and it's on my center table. But it's fine, guys. So this smells really oody, and it's, what's your name again? Sapphire, what shit, I'll put the name on the screen, I can't remember. This is an oud of Baccarat Rouge, and somebody cannot buy Baccarat Rouge of $300, $600, which is over 300,000 naira. So some people actually use, in this Nigeria economy, see God there, make we make money. So just, it smells really nice. So if you're thinking about it and you're interested, this is Anna Abiyad Rouge. It's a dupe of Baccarat Rouge. This is Oud Kalahat Al Arabian. Kalahat Al Arabian. It's rare blend. I like this one too. So these four, they're not like my favorite. I just got this one, so I'm so excited about it. I really like this one. I've been using it for a while. Yeah, there they are. The perfume I am wearing. Thank you for this question. I'll show you guys my perfume. Best for your best buck. This is the most expensive one, and it's like 25,000. The others are 25. This one is like 10,000. The others are like 10,000. Maybe 12,000. Then this one 25. So we're not buying any design until we can afford it, but we're going to smell nice. Tea or coffee? Tea. What are your life goals? My life goal is to just be happy every time. I strive so hard to make sure I am happy. Like, no matter how busy life gets, I will stop and ask myself, are you happy? Like, if I die at this moment, what will I regret not doing? What will make me angry that I missed? And whatever that thing is, if I can afford it, if I can, I get to it. I don't want to die and be bothered about people's, like, no. I'm very intentional with my happiness, and that's my goal in life. I just want to always make sure that I enjoy this one life while I come. Do you understand? Yeah, so what sports do you play or have played? In secondary school, I used to play volleyball. I really like it. I used to play volleyball. And also at NYSC camp, I played it. I remember then our coach used to shout, Linda, you have to move! Because he was like, I would see the ball coming and just stay like those few extra seconds and then miss the ball instead of moving. He'd be like, why are you standing for that long? You're supposed to run towards the ball. It was almost sounding as if I had never played that sport in my life before. But every time he says that, like, subsequently I just remember it to be funny. I just wish I could come out from my body and watch myself play so that I would laugh the hell out of myself. This was after like long years after secondary school, so I wasn't slim, I wasn't fit, I was just so it was funny. I wish I could go out of my body and watch myself so that I would laugh my ass out, because if he was seeing me not moving, and in my mind I was trying, if he was seeing me not moving, that means I don't want to imagine. Let's go. Have any books you read changed your life? So there's this book, let's say the book that influenced my life like early, that I think it has contributed a lot to how relaxed I am about life. Not relaxed, but like how it affected my life a lot. That book is The Gifted Hands. Shit. No, it's by the same author who wrote The Gifted Hands, right? That man that went to jail. I cannot even remember his name. But that book is about making decisions. He wrote about how to analyze situations before you take decisions. So he said your question should be, should I do it or should I not do it? So it's yes or no. So you should consider yes, I should do it. Then you think of the worst case scenario and the best case scenario if you do it. And so it helps me to just think through situations and then calmly approach them. So should I do this thing? No or yes? Yes. So if I do it, what's the worst thing that can happen and what's the best thing that can happen? You think about that, and then if I choose not to do it, what's the worst thing that can happen and what's the best thing that can happen? So by the time I've imagined the worst case scenario, if I do or do not do something, I will be prepared and know if I can handle the worst case scenario, or if I think about the best case scenario and it's worth going after with all my might, I either go for something like a crazy person, or I'll be like, the worst can happen. Somebody will not die. I cannot kill myself. Like, it helps me just sieve out rubbish and go after things that are really important and things that are worth it. That book. Who are your favorite YouTubers? The first YouTuber that I can remember this was from over 10 years ago. So I was supposed to have started YouTube years ago, but I just think maybe God know that I wouldn't have been able to handle the fame and the too much money I would have made if I started that early in my life, right? If I started by that time, I wouldn't have been able to handle it well. So he just allowed me to dundee myself, and just starting YouTube in 2020. It's even isolation and the I want to say sit at home that made me finally think of doing YouTube. I've been watching YouTube for up to a decade before I finally started. I am a good candidate for it because I like to. So when I started watching YouTube videos, I used to watch Dulce Candy. She used to make like just girly videos about fashion, makeup, DIYs, and I love DIYs. I'm always catching and remaking things. I loved fashion then. I was always obsessed with belts. I'll collect belts, and then one time it's earring, another season is shoes, another season is just dressing my outfit. I don't know where all those passion letters disappeared to because after a while it wasn't as if I was the same person again. So I love Dulce Candy. I used to watch Patricia Bright for a long time. I like her to be very relatable. Then I used to watch Wayne for makeup, and then out of nowhere one time, right, it was my birthday and I had followed him on Facebook. Just random, like it was my birthday. He now left happy birthday something on my page, on my page, so my birthday, and then complimented my makeup. I wanted to die. I was so happy. That just made my love for him like grow. But over the years, there was the time I stopped being so into makeup, and I still watch him now from time to time. And I love the guy with the try. Then I used to watch Jackie Aina because I like her personality. I used to watch, what's her name, Alexander, and then there was this girl that had a twin. She used to make DIY that time so much. What's her name? Oh my god, as if her twin is Alex. How can I remember? No, her name was Alex. What's her channel name? She just disappeared from YouTube after a while. I used to watch Pick Me, guys. I used to watch Pick Me, and I could relate to this girl like mad. She inspired me making my hair at that point. Like I used to watch her do her hair, and from there I now became obsessed with making my hair. And at a point I was feeling as if I don't get sister we don't know me. That's how much I love this girl. Until she now pulled one stunt on her subscribers. She was still making videos, right? Not as regularly as before. And then one time she did not release a video. I had a baby, I got married. And we're like, how, when? I felt, see, I almost cried hot tears. This is somebody that doesn't know me, that doesn't even know I exist, but I've been following her like this, like back to back for years, and I just had this fondness for her. We're like, so you got married, you didn't tell us you got married. I read people's comments, and people, I am sure I wasn't the only one that felt that way. I teared up, like I felt betrayed by this girl because she got married and she got pregnant. You know, it's not as if she even shares every part of her life on the video on her channel, right? But like you could also relate with her. She was so relatable, and then she hid this secret from us. I felt like she pierced my soul. Should I say I cried? I can't remember, but I'm sure I was teary the way I am now. Like I felt betrayed, and I was like, this YouTuber said, I'm not put my mind on them again. Just see how can she get married? She even got a whole pregnant. She got babies. She didn't tell us. What kind of wickedness? What kind of friend is this? That's the nonsense I was busy saying over. You can imagine. Do you speak any languages? I only speak Igbo, English, and Hausa. Are you single or taken? I am as single as it can be. How long was your longest relationship? 210, 211, 212, 213. 210, 11, 12. About 3 years plus. I've been more single than I've been in relationship in my life. Always single, every time I'm single. I like being single, it's sweet. How would you describe your fashion sense? Dilapidated. What does dilapidated mean? That's like building. Why would I say building? Like something that just withered away. Of recent, I got a wake-up call. Not a wake-up call, but okay, let's just say, okay, maybe I've not mentioned before, I am a hairstylist by career, and somehow my place of work has always been close to my house because I don't want to ever deal with traffic. I always try to get my store to be close to my house, and then for some time it has been too close to my house. There was a time that my store was like just like 2 minutes walk from my house to the store. So I think from that time I just got used to being as relaxed. I never dress up to go out. It's just like working from home. I never dress up to go out because I would just walk like this and enter my store. And over the years it now started getting, there was a time my store was now a little bit further from my shop. I now started like dressing up again. If I look at my pictures from that time and look at my pictures when my shop was closer, I noticed that it was affecting my dress sense. And where I stay currently, until like 2 months ago, it was still close to my house, and at the point my friends were like, what is wrong with you? You just wear what you wear at home. Like I became so careless and lazy with it that it was a problem. It was a problem. And when they said it, I knew. I've always known that I say, babe, they fuck up for this side though. And then I now just made up my mind to, like, even when I make up my mind to start trying, I would actually not. But when my friends now said that, I said, okay, don't worry, I promise you I'm going to do better. So what I now do before I go out every day, I will just do like a outfit of the day video, just to make sure, like, when I know that I am going to just look on the camera and film how I look, it will make me actually think about what I am putting together for my outfit. There are sometimes I'll not even carry a handbag, but when I remember that my outfit is just going to look off, and I can imagine my friend Yabimi, I can just imagine her say, ah, Linda, what is this? What is this? You can fall hands sometimes. Then I just think about it. I'll now coordinate my outfit, and then that will make me think about the shoe I have to wear. So I'll just make sure everything is put together, and for, like, let's say maybe 3 weeks, 1 month, I have been doing that well. I'm just going to put in some few days that I did that on the side to play while you watch this. But I am trying. My fashion sense is coming back to life, but I am more of a comfort, guys, comfort. I don't like fitted, tight. I cannot breathe anything. I don't like it. I want air to just be blowing everywhere, but you know what that means? Just wearing a ramaka too much. But that is where it is. We are working on it, still working with the comfort, but I am more of like a classic type of style. Not to, I like to experiment, but safely. I have this inbuilt modesty in dressing. I don't know where it came from because nobody forced me to go. So it's still modest. So that's classy. I do try to explore a little bit of girly, hardly ever like edgy, hardly ever edgy, relaxed, comfortable, that kind of thing. Do you have any pets? Show them to us. No, I don't have any pets. What's your favorite color? I don't have a favorite color, but I have a favorite shade of colors. I like versions of color that are like added with black. So when you get red, add a little black and make it like pigmented colors, then darken a little bit. That's the version of colors that look good on me. I do like bright colors, but I like neutrals a lot too. So for dresses, I like neutrals. What is one thing you wish people knew about you? How much I just don't give an F. What social media are you addicted to? YouTube. How do you get along with your family members? I love them to death. Who is your role model? My dad is late. What does the last message you received say? Like, I remember somebody said, I just transferred 5,000 naira to your account, and it was for something she wanted. She was paying for something. I can remember because I read it. So what TV show are you currently watching? I hardly have time to watch TV again. When was the last time you embarrassed yourself? I feel as if it's very hard for me to embarrass myself because, laugh now. But there was a time I fell in school, University of Jos. I was walking like from a class to another class with my friends, and I slipped and fell like in an open place. We have like departments upstairs, and there's like a field in between that I have to pass to another section of department in main campus, University of Jos. So I was, catwalking, feeling like a fine girl, walking with my friends, chilling, because all eyes will be on you from that point. People always hang around those buildings when they're not having lectures, looking out into the field, and I was feeling like a fine girl. I just slipped and landed straight on my ass. And why I fell was because my heel, right, the rubbery part was gone, and it was just metal. It was slight heeled, maybe like 2-inch or less heeled sandals. The rubber part was gone, and then I was descending on a rock. So you would walk, just is rocky, and that metal part just slided on the rock, and I just landed like I didn't see it coming. I landed boom, like this on my butt, like just straight down on my butt, like for a long while, because we move around with bikes a lot in Just then. Whenever I am on a bike and it goes like on a gallop, I would feel this intense pain at my lower, like where my spine ends, close to my ass, that place. Because of like so many people saw, and you could just hear like, hey, from far. It was supposed to be embarrassing, but I got over it in like seconds. But if I have embarrassing, or should I say when my wig fell off in public, I just picked it and continued moving. It's difficult for me to feel embarrassed because it's difficult. So that would be the last time I can remember. What was the last thing you ate? Spaghetti. What is on your bucket list to travel the world? Oh Jesus, I want to see this beautiful earth before I travel. I want to make so much money that I can afford to travel without thinking about the expenses. Do you understand? That's just, I want to see the beautiful part of earth before I leave this place. I want to see this fine, like life is too fine, earth is too fine. I want to see places before I die. That's my bucket list, is just travel the world, guys. So I can't think of any other very easy question you would want to ask me. You can ask in the comment section and I will get to it. But for now, thank you for watching. Even though you did not ask, I give it to you by force.